Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luka that night with a simple and covert message. "We are locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help.
Sweet.
He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention.
Given his large frame,
being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach perennial harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
what on
took a
earth
few
is he
vigorous
wearing?
breaths and shook out his arms.
He's just wearing a mustache. Oh, is he being like, I'm like a plumber or mechanic or something? I'm here to repair your pipes. Just stay calm, Rollo, you can do this. Oh, got your delivery, yeah? A delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery schedule for this morning.
He
Right.
had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. He asked that it be kept
Rollo
secret.
sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. That was easy. Our harvest awaits and
With
such.
a stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters.
As if. Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about. Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just check.
He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. If you could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with the forms. Look, if you want to explain to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. I'm sorry. What'd you say your name was again?
Rollo panicked.
Our harvest awaits. Sir? That's a restricted area. Excuse me, sir. Shit. Our harvest awaits. Would I like this candle, Tish? Yep. Suck on this, perennial ham fist. What was that?
Distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I've got a job to do.
Clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
I should check on that noise. Oh, come on! Buzz me in already. Okay. Hey! Is Luka in the box? Or is it Luka and Beck? That was close. Hey! Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure. When in doubt, stick with the classics. Well, that was a close one. But you pulled it off. Nice work, Rollo. Alright, everyone knows what to do? Yep. Deep engineering is to the north. I'll go back. In case you need some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. Ah, okay. Locate the founder's office. Is this a stealth mission? That's odd. There's not even any water cups for the water. Now that is odd. Oh god. I don't know which way I should go. It's a maze. Oh no, it is a maze. You can do it! A hallway to nowhere. What's going on here? Is this some sort of mind game? No, it's, inspirational quotes. What the hell? The layout of this place makes no sense. Oh, a plant. This whole place just feels fake. But of all things, a fake plant? Oh. Oh, well there we go. Ooh. Solomon?
Solomon stopped in his tracks.
Luka? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you okay?
An air of confusion emotion flashed across Solomon's face.
Yeah, considering we now know that that is actually sharper.
His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me and... Were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? They brought me here and locked me up when they... And when they were distracted, I ran. Hey, okay. You stick with me, we've got a plan.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered.
We? Yes, Rollo and Beck are headed to deep engineering. Thank heavens you found me. We gotta get out of here. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I gotta do something first. When you were running, did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not, I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It's just down this way.
I happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. So it is. It's pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate.
Luka tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electronic lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like
Luka
that.
smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's just wait a minute. What the hell are you doing? Is she just gonna smash the electrics? I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to, but I like it.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Oh my god, that's incredible. Howdy. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Quick, let's get inside before someone spots us. Yeah. I mean, we don't know that Solomon is
Luka
sharper,
switched on
so,
his
you know.
walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. I'm not leaving my friend, Solomon.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luka pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets. The screen blinked to life.
It's just gonna be like...
Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How? How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rollo had when he was... Oh, when he was down here before. It's funny how someone arrogant enough to call themselves the Founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
Yeah, it's because we're insulting him. Your powers of deduction are as impressive as your
Luka
luck.
quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Rollo, I think this should do it. Bingo. Bingo bango. Doors open, Luka. You never fail to impress. What is that slippery lout even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. Okay, Luka, I think we're close. The next door's marked 13806.
Once again, Luka scrutinized the numbers on the screen. In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Maybe this one opens the lock. Crap, we got company. Luka, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
Skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13806. Go, go, go. Guess these fumbling hands. My apologies, Luka. Don't beat yourself up. I know you're just trying to help. Liar. Oh, it's just clipboards that are chasing them. Hey, they're nearby. Knock it over. Oh man, no water cups. Of course. Oh, they're gonna run into a dead end. Rollo, are you okay? Rollo, come in. Hey, it's Mr. Kerr.
Approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're trapped.
Self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rollo, where are you? You okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Sneaky buggers. Okay, you two rabble-rousers are coming with us. Nope. Ooh! Make a break for it. All you did was kick him. Did that little shit just kick me? Just stand there, after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Fitz have them on a wild goose chase. I'm having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rollo, how long do you think Roxy will distract him? How long can Roxy keep someone so pissed off they can't see straight? Let's just say we got time. Entering Nellie's office now. Mom! Oh, honey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. I finally used the young chemist's lab kit. You certainly have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. We? Who is your adult friend? I'm not an adult. Never heard of a growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. No, that's not possible.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial banding on the enamel of the molars, consistent with Tempus liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Well, what the hell is going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered under Beacon Pines in a wellspring they called the Source. They named it Tempus liquamine. It pulls energy from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempus liquamine into the product. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. Perennial harvest came in to clean up the mess, to succeed where Valentine failed. But Tempus liquamine is rebellious. Rebellious? You can think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists, yes. I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott. Harnessing Tempus liquamine reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't,
Nellie
right?
sighed.
You know how much I love good puzzle. I popped myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors. Mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So I fixed them and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. Yeah, those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I had considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. It's why we gotta get you out of here. Like, now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luka, we got Dr. Moodwell. Heading your way now. Roger that. Be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan to escape? We'll go everything when they get here. In the meantime, maybe we can dig up some more info. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Well, even his alcoholics get arrogant.
Muttered inaudibly.
I should just smother you right now. What's that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're not bother at all.
Luka tugged on each of the cabinets.
God. Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system, time card logs, payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing. I just love how he's constantly... We're just pissing him off. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will
Luka
tell.
held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been in here recently. Now isn't that odd, considering we found someone in this very room? Very strange. Really sorry you got dragged into this mess, Solomon. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of this, I promise.
With a subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon's face. They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got aware. Did they follow you? Rollo. Before we start tossing blame around, is it possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Definitely not pizza. What now? Look at me, I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We just have a few quick questions. Let me think. Can someone watch the door? Of course. Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Solomon, no. Hush now, child, the adults are speaking. Dr. Moodwell, a brief reintroduction is in order. We've never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder. Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town. Perennial harvest, Valentine fertilizer. All connected by a single thread. Yours truly. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it. Tempus Liquamine. You discovered how to reverse the process.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Moodwell. Very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did, admirably. Mr. Kerr, the vial, please.
Presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
May I present to you the eighth wonder of the
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Do it. Well, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about
Rollo
it.
casually tossed the vial to Luka.
Gosh, maybe I'll have a taste.
Tickled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Luka, over here. Move another inch and I smash
She held
it.
tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less leniency.
He pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I give you my word, if you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
Deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck. But there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. We both know there is only one way this
She
ends.
looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. We can't trust that jerk. Sorry, he's right.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance
The
review.
blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be a part of something great. But the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory in an attempt to sabotage my work.
Sullivan shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luka, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal life.
Muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. And the festivities, after the festivities, and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. Well, crap. Oh. Can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? Don't have one. Of course you do. You always have a plan. Rollo. You just need some time. Rollo, it's over. We lost.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Sorry, Luka. Give me a minute to calm my mind. Hey. Sorry, Luka. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I've got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luka, there's something you should know. After Mr. Kerr locked me in the office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. A note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luka, I think they were meant for you. Why, what did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She'd been exposed to extreme amounts of Tempest liquamine.
The color dropped from Luka's face.
That's why she aged so much. She survived. Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so he kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his work, and it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luka was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hall.
Is that her? Gonna pop on through?
Chapter 8.
Ooh.
Comeuppance.
Ooh, that's a good sounding chapter.
Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet.
Oh.
She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo.
Aha.
With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body.
Well, it was her same body, it was just younger.
They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Ooh. Hey! Gran, what are you doing here? Luka, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Mrs. Luka's Gran. That's awful nice of you, but I'm fine. No, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Well, there we
They
go.
made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We gotta stop
In
him.
one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Did she do something?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luka. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk change malice. Huh?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
The whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured his grow juice could use a little hair of the dog. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Ooh. Ooh. He exploded. Now that's what I call 80 proof whiskey. Damn, dude.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Beacon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luka began to laugh. First, a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end. That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but who am I to say? I'm only writing the damn thing.
Alright, so the vial. Chain junk. Yeah, I'm thinking what would be the actual correct answer.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
Can't wait to see. Oh god. The look on his face when he realizes he drank his own cigar ash. How did ashes get into the vial? It's pretty easy to mess with the vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyway. But always says, bad habits are like 50-yard field goals. Huh? Hard to kick. You can all call me...
His body and face.
Yeah. So what happens this time? What happened? It turned him into dust. Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines. A new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end.
I don't like that ending either.
Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way.
Nah. A little bit of change. This is a story about change, after all. How is this going to affect him, though?
Tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Unless you mean, like, loose change. Like, pocket change. You're a lucky penny. Oh, it does actually mean that. Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe. Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
What the hell? Oh, it went backwards. Holy crap, he's a baby? Yeah, but he's still sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused you.
Eris awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father. Young Sharper. That'd be a great help. Thank you.
She looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now. Oh.
Epilogue.
Hey, I made it.
Beacon Pine's coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting.